then I moved to an area called Borum Hill where I lived for 15 years before I was priced out there. Then I came to Greenpoint and I've been here for about 15 years. This is the first place that, as an artist, I felt home, and a place where wonderful working families, creative families, Polish community, the Latino community, and other special immigrant families all live together in harmony and creativity. And this is one of the last great places in New York, one of the last great neighborhoods in New York. And I want to warn everyone. First, I want to say I'm convinced that the only way we're going to make any headway in this is that if we mobilize each other, if we mobilize our families, our friends, our community, our schools, our groups that we're in, and we all get together, because I have very little faith in the system and in politicians, and I want everyone here to be very wary of politicians and even people that mean well, community board members that say, well, you know, they're going to offer some affordable housing. We cannot be hoodwinked by a bait and switch of a 40 towers wall, 10,000 people coming to a community with no infrastructure to support it, with just a little dabbling of affordable, quote-unquote, housing. We all know, if you've been in New York for more than 20 years, if you've lived in New York all your life, if you were born here, we know that there are no free rides here. There's no affordable housing for anyone here that's working. I mean, most of the people I know do not even work 9-to-5 jobs. We are the workers, we are the creators. And that's why there aren't even many people here right now. Because most of the people I know are working, they're creating and doing the special things that they do. And it's just heartbreaking. Not to mention the fact someone else mentioned earlier, I would love to find out some statistics from the Mayor's Office of Film and Television, how many permits are issued for 11222, for all the filming that is done here, all the income that goes into the city, and all of a sudden their park money has disappeared. It's all very curious. We all know that this is toxic. This is toxic brownfields. And we all know, because we live here, what happened during Sandy, how this was completely underwater and we're building on Zone A. It's absolutely absurd. And we have to look out for each other, and I'm just really happy to see so many great people here, and just please galvanize and go to the website, savegreenpoint.org, start petitions, let's work together, and let's do it. I believe in it.
I'm gonna wrap it up. Looking around here, I quickly counted like 75 to 100 people. The force that's here right now, we have to get everyone's name that wants to stay in touch with this specific fight. Maya and Diane have a petition now. It'll be hours if everybody stands and waits to sign that one clipboard. If you have a pen, write down your email address. Give someone else your pen and a piece of paper and hand them that slip of paper. Because, you know, 75 people can turn into 150, into 300, into 600, and we can do something. If we keep having these rallies and then we all go home and go, oh, what are you going to do? Then nothing happens. So I think we should build on this. And I really want to thank Stephen Pearson for coming out into Greenpoint, which he's done many times, and speaking on this. Thank you, Stephen. Please write down your email and give it to me, anybody.
How can we keep informed? Like SaveGreenpoint.org or the block website? I mean, what vehicle is there for us all
to actively go out and look for this information? I just heard about this today.
Yeah.
I should be home cooking for my kids, and I came here instead.
I really want people to rally around your organization, SaveGreenpoint.org. I think that should be the focal point of all of this. you are people who live in the neighborhood. I think most of you live at 70 Commercial Street. Is that right? Many of you? SaveGreenpoint.org. This should be what we rally around.
Where are we going to find out about the lawsuit? Like how it's proceeding, what's going on? Is there really a lawsuit happening?
Yes, we'll be working with Save Greenpoint on this. So anything that happens, we post it immediately on their website. I think they'll have email updates, but everything will be channeled through them.
Guap also has the website. Guap has a website too.
Guap has a website too. Yes. People like Eric, who works with someone in Lentil's office. He's a good guy, but we need to harass him. We need to harass people like him.
We need to harass all the mayoral candidates.
Exactly.
Every one of them. Bug them on Twitter. Get these people following these issues and talking about it. All the candidates. Mostly the mayoral candidates.
Why don't we invite de Blasio out here this week?
I've been bugging him. Everybody get on it. We got to bug. I've been bugging him about Domino. Okay, I'll be truthful. But they need to know about this. Joe Loda tap danced around the issue a little bit. He said that he would consider rezoning the rezone. Now, what he has in mind maybe for this might not be what we would have in mind, but just that somebody's even thinking about that we can undo what's been done, that's the reality. It can be undone. Don't listen to the people that say this can't be undone.
Exactly right. This is not an easy fight. Absolutely not a slam dunk, but it's a fight worth fighting. And it's so invigorating to see all of you here. And to Rolf's point, this is just the beginning. This can't be the end point. Like, we have to keep fighting. I'll keep you posted on the lawsuit. We have to keep the pressure up on elected officials. And to Meredith's point, if there's a runoff, if no one reaches 40% on September 10th in the mayoral race, de Blasio and whoever he's against, probably Quinn, they're going to be tripping over themselves to attack the left of each other. That is the time when we can pressure them, when they're going to make concessions, when they're actually going to care about us. So after September 10th, we need to ratchet up the pressure.
And they'll come out for 75 people for 100 people.
Absolutely right. Yeah, 100 people matter to them. Yes.
How realistic is it to fight for downzoning or rezoning the area?
Yeah.
I don't really have faith in the parties.
Right. How realistic is the fight over rezoning? Downzoning. Right. Reversing the 2005 rezoning, I'll be frank, that's a huge long shot. It doesn't mean it's not worth fighting, but it's a big long shot. What I'm proposing is simply trying to tie up this process here, and hopefully we can scale back the scope of these projects. You never know. If de Blasio becomes mayor, you might be more friendly to this idea. You might be able to scale back certain neighborhoods. In February of 2008, we scaled back, we downzoned 13 blocks around Grand Street in Williamsburg. So it's possible. It's possible. It's always possible. And let's keep fighting. So thank you all so much for coming here. You're awesome.